What's good, people? It's your boy Fresh. Today we'll be unboxing the GoPro Hero 4 and G3 Ultra gimbal. Alright guys, let's jump right into it and unbox the GoPro Hero4 Black Edition. Now, to give you my history with the GoPro brand, I've been using the Hero3 Plus Silver Edition for the past year or so to bring you guys a lot of the cool aerial footage that you see in my music videos. Now with this, I'll be able to bump that level of quality up all the way up to 4K. So the resolution is going to go through the roof. It's going to be a lot more detailed, as well as I'll be using this in conjunction with my drone and also my 3-axis gimbal handheld mount that I have, so that way I can give you guys some pretty cool cinematic sweeping shots in 4K. So overall, it's going to bring the cinematic level to the music videos up through the roof. I'll be able to do some short films. I'll be able to do some really cool stuff overall. I'm really excited about bringing that to the channel and bringing that level of content to you guys. Now, to summarize what's in the box, you get your typical stuff that you've been seeing on the screen. You get your waterproof case, some brackets, some mounts. One of the things that's different is the battery itself. So the battery is 1160 milliamps versus the 1180 milliamps. Now, I'm hoping that really doesn't bring any degradation to the overall battery life, but we'll see. Now, to summarize what this Hero 4 is actually capable of, you can actually shoot 4K content up to 30 frames per second. I'll most likely be shooting it in 24 frames, considering that it's a bit more cinematic. You can also shoot 2.7K up to 50 frames per second, 1440p up to 80 frames per second, and 1080p all the way up to 120 frames per second. Anything less than that really doesn't matter. I'm not going to be shooting it in VGA, so don't worry about that. Now, to compare the two physically, I'm happy to report that there are no differences physically overall in terms of this size, shape, and weight. So that's great news. I don't have to buy out a bunch of new brackets and mounts. There are subtle differences in terms of the light layout, so they've moved that to the display, as well as some of the buttons are a little bit different. There's actually a settings button on the side versus there being a Wi-Fi button. They've actually moved the little speaker grill from the right side to the left side, as well as they've changed the battery orientation to the bottom versus the back. So that's a little different there, but overall, I'm extremely excited at the fact that I don't have to buy a bunch of new stuff. I can still use all my brackets and mounts. Now, to get into the unboxing of something that isn't as familiar to you guys as the GoPro, which is the G3 Ultra handheld steady gimbal, made by a company whose name I will not attempt to pronounce. They're a great company, though. I've seen some pretty cool reviews and some really nice footage capture with their products. They include 4 batteries, but the charger only charges 3, so that's a fail on their part. Also, you get the USB dongle, which you can use for firmware and software updates on your gimbal. It's going to be really good for future updates to keep this thing up and running, as well as they give you a wall charger, of course, to charge it. It's pretty straightforward and easy. Also, they give you a tangle-free USB cable, which is nice to include to update the software, as well as the charger product. And you get 2 extra screws. I'm pretty sure these are easy to lose, so I'm glad that they included them in the package. Now, to get into the actual meat and potatoes, that piece of equipment that's going to bring that smooth cinematic feel to the music videos, the G3 Ultra. Now, to give you my first impressions and hands-on with this, off the bat, it's 220 bucks. It feels like it's well worth the money. It's all metal. It has a pretty tactile feel. The only con I'd say is the fact that the cables are exposed towards the top of the gimbal, but it's not a big deal to me. There's a G4 that you can get that does hide those cables pretty well. So if you are worried about that, you can go and grab that one. Now, I did go ahead and get 2 extension poles for this, so that way I can get more dynamic angles and, you know, move around a bit with it more. But that's pretty much it, guys. This is the actual gimbal in action, so that way you can see how it stabilizes. After this clip, I actually have some pretty cool footage that I went ahead and gathered from the web. Some really nice dynamic shots that shows what this is fully capable of, so stay tuned for that. But all in all, it's been a pleasure, man. I appreciate you guys sticking around to the end. Let me know what you think about this product if you plan on getting one for yourself in the future. It's been a pleasure as usual. Thanks for sticking around. Be sure to like and comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And you guys stay safe, stay fresh. Peace.